Welcome back to the 2024 North Central Florida High School Football Media Day, hosted at the Alachua County Sports and Event Center at Celebration Point in Gainesville. Today's event is broadcast live on FloridaHSFootball.com, including YouTube and Facebook at Florida HS Football and X at FLA HS Football. My next team up here, we're joined by the Bronson Eagles under first-year head coach Shawn Holmes. Good to have you guys. Thank you guys for coming to join us, Coach. You just told me you got here July 4th weekend.
Yeah.
How has it been for you so far?
It's been great. I was telling some guys earlier, we still got boxes that need to unpack. Both of us, my wife, hitting the ground running, we're working. We're going to our third week of workouts with these guys, and they've done a good job. Everything I've asked them to do, they've attacked it with enthusiasm and effort, and I've enjoyed it so far.
And what's your vision for the program? I know you just got there, but what are some of the things that you want to see in year one?
Big thing is trying to grow the program. Being able to be on campus and build relationships with these students and trying to get our numbers up, and then establish an excitement, some enthusiasm for football. And then once we're able to do that, just teaching them how to play the right way, and just getting after it, not worrying about the score or who we're playing, just trying to play to the best of our abilities.
Brought 5 players with you. Talk about some of the guys that you brought with you today, positions, what you like out of them, and what they mean to you so far.
Well, we've got Kevin Harris right here. He's our quarterback, defensive back. He's our leader. I've seen nothing but toughness out of him. He had a little ankle injury in the spring, tried to tough it out, and I can't wait to watch him do his thing. Brandon Mann, who's another senior as well, he's going to play some tight end and run the ball for us a little bit. Another guy that anything we're asking him to do, he's doing it. Can't say enough good things about him. Tyson High is a returning offensive lineman. I've always coached offensive defensive line, so I'm kind of fond of those guys, and I'm impressed with him so far. He's getting after it. Beside him is another senior, Dalton Jones. He's a coach's son, so like I've been saying, he has a good feel for the game. He's doing a great job. And then we got our young pup over there, Raymond Prophet, running back. He ran for over 100 yards in the spring game and a touchdown, and we're excited for what he's going to do. And a great attitude. He wants nothing more than to work and get better.
And just talking as an offensive and defensive line type of guy, what type of offense do you want to run with Bronson? You run heavy, pass heavy, kind of work?
Yeah, we're gonna lean early on. We're probably gonna be disproportionately run heavy. I grew up as a Gator fan in the '90s, so I love to throw it too. Yeah. But I think moving forward, we're going to start with a lot of 2 tight ends, 2-3 backs, trying to give us a chance just to gain positive yards, and then mix in some screens. I'm big on players, not plays. So we're just going to try to get our best players the ball as much as possible. Any way we can do it. And then defensively, we just want to tackle well. Not blow any coverages and get all 11 hats to the football. And do that as consistently as possible.
And starting with Kevin as the quarterback of a rushing offense, what are some of the things that you need to work on, things that you're good at, things that you need to get better at to be able to run this type of offense?
I'll probably say the field vision, seeing the field more, my accuracy on throwing the ball, and basically that's it. More on the field vision, seeing what everybody's doing.
And what does that say about the coaches trusting you? And obviously, being quarterback is one of the harder positions to play in high school and on the field. You also have to play defense, too, on the back end. What are some of the things that you do to prepare yourself for that? Because I know playing both ways can be pretty tough, especially when you're playing quarterback, too. So just talk about that role a little bit.
I just give my 100% in practice. I do everything I can to see the field both ways. Me playing defense just gives me more field vision and knowing what everybody's position is. It's easier once you learn the positions. Quarterback it was a little easier for me since I knew half the positions already.
Is being a defensive back and playing in that position, does that help you as a quarterback at all, kind of knowing what defenses align, like how they're going to look, maybe what a defensive back's habits are? Does that help you as a quarterback?
I think it does. Just knowing how the DB stands and what press coverage they're in, or what they're about to do to the receiver, and know who I can throw it to and who I can't throw it to. Same thing with the linebackers and the defensive ends. Just puts me like I just look at everything more.
And moving on down the line, we'll go to the next. Just you said he's a tight end. You play some running back a little bit. Just talk about your role within the offense.
I feel like I'm a very important person, because because I have to block for him,
Yeah.
I have to maintain my blocks and make sure no one can get back there to sack him.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people like realize that about a tight end. We're not just run out, catch passes. We have to block.
And how much do you take pride in that ability to block? Because again, like you said, a lot of guys, they like the glory of catching the pass and scoring touchdown, but really the heroes of an offense are the ones who lay down the blocks and hold it down the line for the quarterback. So how much do you take pride in that role?
I take a lot of pride. I want to make sure he comes out the game safe and not hurt.
And as far as pass catching and expanding that role a little bit, how comfortable are you with being a dual tight end type of guy who can lay down a block, but also when your name is called in the passing attack, be able to bring down a catch?
Hold on. Can you repeat that question?
Just how comfortable are you with that dual tight end role? With
okay.
you like laying down the block, but they call your name on the passing attack.
I feel I'm very comfortable with that. I'm very comfortable with my catching abilities and my blocking abilities. So
awesome. Then we'll just keep moving right down the line. We have Tyson Hyde, O-line, D-line. Coach just said he's an O-line, D-line type of guy. He's an O-line, D-line type of coach. He's only been here for a couple weeks. How comfortable is that for you that your brand new head coach has a lot of experience at your position group?
It makes me feel a lot better. He's very knowledgeable. I'm just going to start off by saying that. And I feel like we're in pretty good hands. We just got to kind of hit the ground running and get after it, though.
And talk about that, playing both offensive line and defensive line. That's a nonstop grueling two positions. How long have you been doing that, and where is your comfort level with being on offense and defense?
I've been doing it since around my 8th grade year, so I've gotten pretty used to it. It's just kind of contact heavy, that's it, but it's not that bad.
And how much does playing defensive line help you as an offensive lineman and vice versa?
I feel like it helps a lot because you kind of have like a perspective of both ends of the ball, so you kind of like know what to expect almost. So it just makes it a lot easier all around, I think.
And with starting off as a run-heavy offense, how much does that excite you as an offensive lineman? Because I've heard run blocking is a little bit more fun than pass blocking sometimes.
Yeah, it excites me a lot of contact, a lot of high-speed blocks,
And talk about now transitioning to your role on defense. We'll ask some of both the two-way guys here. You like laying a block down better or getting down to the quarterback and getting a sack?
I feel like it's more important just to lay your block, kind of pave the way for your linebackers, right? Just do what you got to do to help the team in general.
And talk about this defense a little bit. What have you seen so far? What are some of the improvements that you guys want to make going forward?
I feel like we need to kind of improve our communication a little bit. Chemistry is very important in like a team. It's not all just physicality. You guys got to be there mentally too, and you guys have to be like one unit.
And keeping it moving, next we have Dalton Jones, another two-way guy. Just talk about again, your role on this team, some of the positions you play, and where you see yourself.
Well, I'm a fullback, so they're not really in that. So, I like the ball. Running back and that's one of my favorite things that I do.
You don't see a fullback position too often in football anymore. How much pride does that you take in getting to be that position?
I take a lot of pride. It's a fun thing. It's like very fun position to play.
Who are some of the guys, you talk about, famous fullbacks, it's almost like a fun stat line to name some of your favorite fullbacks. So who are some of the guys that you look up to at that position that you try to, I guess, emulate your game after?
I look up to this one guy. I can't remember what was his name. He was like the fullback for the Tampa Bay Broncos.
Allstott, Mike Allstott?
Yeah. Yes, sir. I take a lot of pride in that dude, especially my dad too, because he was a pretty good fullback, and I take a lot of pride to him, and I love that position a lot.
And you also play defense too, correct?
Yes, sir.
What do you play on defense?
I play linebacker and D-line, but
Okay.
I have a lot more fun at D-line because it's what I usually been used to. I just got moved to linebacker like basically last year, but I have a lot more comfort into D-line.
And how was that transition? Because D-line is a very different position from linebacker. Linebacker, you have to do a little bit more and play more in space. So how was that transition for you, and how comfortable are you there now this year?
Well, linebacker, it was kind of like a little rough for me because I had to like learn all the calls and I have to know where I have to cover. In D-line, it was just go straight at them. That's all I had to do. But it was a pretty good year. I kind of figured out a little bit at linebacker. I just needed to learn how to attack instead of like stepping back or just like watching it. I actually have to go attack the person.
And again, you're a senior, correct?
Yes,
so
sir.
what are some of the goals that you have in your last year?
Well, I want to get a lot faster because I've kind of been a little slow. But my main goal is to get a lot faster and get bigger.
Sounds good. Now we'll keep it moving down the line. Our last guy here on the end is probably one of the youngest guys that we have here today. Running back Raymond Profit. He's a sophomore. Coach told us rushed for over 100 yards in the spring game. What has that been like for you, kind of being a young guy coming into the team and kind of having a breakout performance like that?
I take a lot of pride in it, but at the same time, I feel like I could have done a lot better because there were some plays where I messed up, and I feel like there were some plays where I could have ran longer. So it's like 50-50. Like I feel good about it, but I think I could have done better.
And as a young guy who gets kind of thrown into the offense as the running back, kind of the guy who has to carry the ball, is there any pressure with that coming in? I know, because as a young guy?
Oh yes, sir. It's a lot of pressure every game. Like before every snap, when they call the play, I get the ball. I be very nervous. But when I actually run the ball, the first hit, I kind of start getting momentum, get confident.
And how comfortable is it for you with a lot of seniors out in front blocking for you? It's not a bunch of guys who are learning their positions as they go. It's guys who have played this position before. They're comfortable blocking. They like blocking. How much does that help you as a young running back?
It helps me a lot, and I feel very comfortable because these guys right here, they block really good for me. Like him over there, number 4, he was the reason why I scored last game. He's really good at lead blocking. These guys, they're really good at blocking.
And some of your goals this year as a sophomore in a run-heavy offense, are there any stat lines or numbers you want to hit going forward?
I wanted to break the school's rushing and touchdown record this season.
And what are the rushing and touchdown records?
The touchdown record is 17 yards. I know the rushing yards record is, I think, 1,300 yards.
And who's going to be the lead block for when he breaks that record? Who's going to be the one that lays it down? You're going to do it? Lay down a block as a quarterback? I like it. I like it. And then just a final question with, again, a first-year head coach who's only been here for a couple weeks. While you're getting comfortable at the varsity level, what has that been like for you, just kind of not only getting comfortable at your position and getting comfortable with the team, you have a new head coach coming in the last couple weeks?
I was trying to get more comfortable because this coach, he's very disciplined with us. And he explained, because we never had a running back coach. So when I used to run the ball, it was just I'll just run. But this coach, he broke down my position for me. He told me what I need to do, and he coached the position into me, which made me a better back. And I feel like I'm going to do very good this season.
All right, awesome. Well, that's everything I got. Thank you guys for coming up here.
Thank you for having us.
Best of luck next year with
you.
your first year coming up. Keep a close eye on you guys, and we again wish you guys all the best of luck going forward.
Thank you.
Any final thoughts you want to say about your team? Anything before you head out?
I've been very impressed with these guys. They're all very selfless. They're all about getting better, and leaving, especially these older guys, leaving a positive mark on the program. We talk about leaving it better than we inherited it, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to work tirelessly, and get after it and see what we can do.
All right, awesome, Coach. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate it.
Thank you.